Hi, my friends. Welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I'm your host, Gretchen, and today we are going to do another one of my popular somatic yoga classes, Lay on the Floor with Gretchen. It's a great de-stressing class with a gentle full body stretch. It's perfect for after a long, crazy day or if you're just feeling overwhelmed. So let's get started. Today in our practice, we're going to use a blanket. These are Mexican yoga blankets, and they're readily available online, but any like throw blanket you have in the house is going to do just fine. And we're also going to use blocks today. And you don't have to purchase blocks if you don't want to, but they do vary in price between $5 and $40 depending on the type of block, but they're all really good, and there really isn't a better one than others. It's just a personal preference. But if you don't want to use blocks or you don't want to buy any blocks, anything roughly the shape or size of this is going to do just fine for you. So we kind of try to keep it simple in our somatic yoga. You can use a wide variety of different props. If you have bolsters and things like that, you can absolutely use those. Sturdy couch cushions work really well, and they can work to replace the blanket in a lot of these postures. But for today, we want to keep it simple, and we're going to use just a blanket and a couple of blocks. So let's get started, shall we? So first we're going to do is we're going to grab our blanket and we're going to give it a little bit of a roll. So I've got my blanket kind of folded into like fourths, something yay big. It doesn't have to be exact. The yoga police don't come to your house, and your body's going to be different from my body. So we're going to work towards what's our own body. And we're going to roll up this blanket kind of on its longer edge. So we make kind of like a little burrito, okay? So we're going to bring that to the top of our mat, and we're just going to move our blocks out of the way for now. We'll get them out later. And what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto the floor, and we're going to bring this little blanket burrito, and we're going to bring it right up against our tailbone here, okay? And we're going to sit up nice and tall and take a big breath in. And on that exhale, we're going to slowly start to recline down on top of this blanket. So the goal is to have this blanket along your spine. So you are worth the time it takes to wiggle around until you feel supported. Maybe we let those feet splay out to the side. Maybe we let those arms extend out to a T and bring those palms to face up. That's going to encourage that heart to open a little bit here. Let those shoulders feel heavy. Take some breaths. Take in any noises that might be around you. Notice that they're there and let them float away on a little cloud. And any thoughts that might pop into your mind, we can put those on a little cloud too. Let them float on by. And bring your attention to your breath, making no changes. Just observing as you inhale through your nose. Feel that chest gently rise. And exhale through your nose. Start to focus in on the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Maybe even tighten up those tummy muscles and press out all that old air. Focus in on that sound, the Ujjayi breath, also known as ocean breath, meant to mimic the sound of the waves as they come in and out. You are safe. Stay with your breath. You are loved. Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Unclench your jaw. Let your body just melt over this blanket. Throughout our stretch today, we're going to look for that juicy ache of a good stretch. But everything I tell you is a suggestion and not a command. So if a different posture feels better for you today, I welcome you to take that posture. The yoga police don't come to our house, so we're looking for the way we feel and less about how we look. And we're just letting those shoulders feel nice and heavy. We're going to look for that juicy ache of a good stretch, and we're going to back out of any actual pain. Throughout somatic yoga, it's perfectly normal for emotions and feelings and things to come up into your mind. And that is because anxiety and trauma and depression and stress like to manifest themselves in your muscle groups, and it kind of make them feel achy and pain. And so sometimes as we're stretching and releasing, those feelings that are trapped in there get to come out. And if they come into your mind, consciously let them go. Say to yourself, it's okay now. You can go. Take a big breath and let it go. Release those things that don't serve you anymore. Let go of those lies that fear and doubt tell us. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are loved. Inhale love for yourself. And exhale, let go of some of that old energy that's no longer serving you. Inhale compassion for yourself. And exhale out that impatience and intolerance that we have, those high standards that we give ourselves. Understand that you meet yourself where you are today. And wherever you are, you have shown up for yourself, and I am so proud of you. Come back to that breath as you inhale and exhale. We're going to take just a couple more breaths here before we invite some movement in. Let that body just melt over that blanket. And then we're going to just bend into one knee, bring that foot to the mat, kind of press into that foot as we roll over just enough to be able to grab a hold of that blanket and pull it out from underneath of us and come back down on our back. Maybe we bend into both of our knees. Maybe we bring our knees as wide as the mat. Observe that back. Maybe that mat feels a little cool here. Maybe that back feels nice and flat. Maybe we start to gently sway those knees from side to side. Moving with that breath. My personal favorite is to inhale as those knees go towards the ceiling and exhale as they go to one side. Inhale up towards the ceiling and exhale as they go to the other side. And don't be afraid to get dramatic with it. Let that hip lift up as those knees dip down. Close your eyes and move with that breath. Allowing those knees to gently pendulum from side to side, maybe inching a little closer to the floor each time. Until eventually, maybe our knees can come down on that right-hand side of our mat. Now we have blocks here, so if we need a little support, you can absolutely tuck a block or a blanket under your knees if you need that. We're going to make a few adjustments to the stretch to get the most out of it. Maybe we press our pelvis towards that right side of the mat. Maybe we point that left knee towards that lower right corner of our mat. Extend those arms out to a T with those palms facing up and turn your head to the left. Take a few moments and breathe. Give your body permission to let go. Say it to yourself in your mind. It's okay. You can let go. And as you breathe, notice some of those muscles slowly start to release. As you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose, start to deepen that breath in through your nose and exhale. One more time in. Let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles to protect that lower back. As we draw those knees back up to center, bring our head back to center, and continue your merry way, swaying those knees from side to side, letting them dip a little closer to the floor, moving with our breath. And eventually we'll find our knees down on that left-hand side of our mat. Taking our time to get there. You are worth the time it takes. You are worth the effort. You are such a treasure. But eventually, those knees will find their way down on that left-hand side of our mat. Gently press that pelvis towards that left side of your mat. Maybe extend that right knee towards that lower left corner. Bring those arms out to a T and turn your head to the right this time, finding a little twist on this side. Take some breaths here. Give your body some permission to let go and release. For every inhale, think renew and refresh. And for every exhale, let go of what came before. Let go of those things that hold you back. Fear can be loud and bossy, but look through that noise and you'll find your true voice on the other side of it, past that fear and into that area of wholeness where you feel whole and stable because you are whole. 2 more breaths in. Let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw those knees back to center. Draw that gaze back to center. And continue swaying those knees a little from side to side. We're going to cross this right ankle over that left knee. And this is the posture. You don't have to do anything else. Let that right thigh feel nice and heavy. You can even reach down and gently press on that right thigh if you like. Maybe it feels good to sway a little bit from side to side. Maybe that knee dips towards the floor. Maybe that foot dips towards the floor. And maybe the next time that right foot finds its way down towards the floor, maybe we can let it come all the way down. Extend those arms out and maybe turn your head to the right. Find this little bit of a twist, a little different version of this twist. One more big breath in and let it go. Tighten up on those tummy muscles as you draw those knees back up to center. Uncross that ankle. And we're just going to go to the other side. We're going to cross that left ankle over that right knee. Let that left knee feel so heavy. Maybe even reach down and gently press on that thigh if you like. This is the posture. You don't have to do anything else, but maybe some swaying from side to side feels good as we let those knees dip a little closer to the mat, as we let that left foot dip a little closer to the floor. And maybe eventually that left foot can come all the way down to the floor, maybe turning our head to the left. Take some breaths. Give your body permission to let go. One more breath in and exhale fully. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw those knees back to center. Uncross your legs. Sway those knees a little from side to side until we come down onto our favorite side. Just a little fetal posture here. Cuddle up with yourself. Take a couple breaths. And when you're ready, and as you're ready, gently press yourself up. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so we're going to move some stuff around. We're going to press ourselves up to a seat. And now we have our blocks. I like to elevate my hips whenever I do forward folds. I think that it opens up that hip mobility. And maybe we sit on one block, maybe we sit on two blocks, whatever we need today. Maybe we sit on our blanket. If that's folded up, we can always come to sit on our blanket if we like. But I'm just going to move that out of my way. Come to your version of an easy seat. Maybe these legs are in crisscross applesauce. Maybe that doesn't serve you. Maybe we extend those legs out. Find what feels right to you. Whatever is right is right. If you have a little belly like me, maybe press that belly in. It's going to open up those hips a little bit. If you got some juicy goodness back behind you, move that out of the way. What we're looking to feel is the bottom of our hip bones coming in contact with whatever we're sitting on. So wiggle around a little bit until you feel it. Take a big breath in. Draw that breath all the way up through the crown of your head. Press those shoulders back. Let those shoulders settle in. Maybe bring your hands to your knees. Maybe those palms are facing up tonight if you'd like to receive some more energy. Maybe those palms are facing down if you need to let go of some energy today. Close your eyes. Bring your attention back to that breath as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, draw those shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, let those shoulders drop. Inhale, draw those shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, let those shoulders drop down. One more time. Inhale, draw those shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, let those shoulders drop and maybe bring that chin to your chest. Let that forehead feel so heavy. Observe those sensations in your neck. Breathing slowly and deeply. And on your next exhale, roll that right ear over that right shoulder. Let this left shoulder feel so heavy. Point that chin in a couple different directions till you feel that custom neck stretch just for you. And then with a big inhale, invite gravity in. Fill that body with fresh new air, and exhale. Let gravity gently open up that neck. Send your attention right to those areas as you breathe deep and fully. Send your mind's eye combing through those little muscles, looking for any old energy that may not be serving you anymore, and let that stuff go. One more breath in. And exhale, roll that chin to your chest, sigh it out. Let that forehead just start feeling heavier and heavier. And on your next exhale, we're just going to the other side. Roll that left ear over that left shoulder. Let that right shoulder feel so heavy. Inhale, draw gravity in like an old friend, and exhale to release. Let it go. Maybe point that chin in a couple different directions. Find that custom neck stretch that you are craving today. And breathe into it. And on that next exhale, roll that chin to your chest, side out. Take a moment here and slowly shake your head no, maybe dramatically like an elephant. And just swaying his head from side to side. Observe those sensations in your neck. Maybe you feel it like at the base of your skull. Maybe you feel it at the top of your shoulders. Maybe you hear little crunchy sounds. That's totally normal. That's just fascia loosening up. Breathe deep and slow as you shake your head no. No, I will not criticize my body. I am perfectly made exactly as I am. No, I will not speak ill of myself. I am deserving of love and happiness and kindness. And bring that chin back to your chest. One more full breath here. Let it go. And slowly, slowly bring that head back up to center. Stack those ears over those shoulders. Stack those shoulders over your hips. Inhale those arms up, reaching high, maybe looking up in between our hands. Bring this right hand down to the floor, and this left hand is going to come over. Take a moment here. Press that left hip down as you reach that left hand out. Bring all of your attention to those little bitty muscles in between your ribs. You can look up or down, whatever serves your neck today. Take a big breath in. Open up those muscles. Feel those ribs expanding. And exhale, let it go. One more time, big breath in. Feel those ribs open up like an accordion. And exhale, let it go. You are safe. Let's do it 3 times. One more time. Big, full breath in. And exhale to release. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. That's going to protect that lower back. Draw that body back up to center. Take a full round of breath here. In and out. I'll say one more time and make you do it 2 more times. That's just who I am. I apologize. Inhale those arms up, reaching so high. And we're just going to go to the other side. The left hand down, the right hand over. Take a moment here. Press that right hip into the mat and then reach that right arm up. Bring your attention back to those little bitty muscles in between your ribs. Take a big breath in, open them up like an accordion, and exhale to release. Let it go. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Full round of breath here. In and out. Great job. Inhale those arms up, reaching high towards the ceiling, maybe even looking up in between our hands. We're going to bring this right hand to our left knee. This left hand's going to come right behind us, directly behind that left hip. We're going to press into the floor, sit up nice and tall. We're going to lead into this twist with our belly. Take a big breath in, and belly, shoulders, and head. For every inhale, make yourself feel nice and tall. And for every exhale, maybe we can deepen that twist. Maybe that's figuratively in your imagination. Totally counts. I say so because I'm the teacher. So if it feels good and that's where you need to be today, then that is where you need to be today. And that is okay. Big breath in and exhale. Deepen that twist. One more time. And release. Draw that body back to center. Great job. We got to go to the other side though. Inhale those arms up, reaching so high. And then we're going to bring this left hand to our right knee, the right hand back behind you. Nothing challenges my dyslexia more than trying to remember my left from my right. Big breath in. We're going to lead this twist with our belly. And exhale, belly, shoulders, and head. For every inhale, make yourself feel nice and tall. And for every exhale, maybe we can deepen that twist just a little bit. You are worthy. One more time. And exhale, release. Draw that body back to center. Great job. All right, my friends, from here, we're going to stay seated, but extend out that left leg. Now, if this feels great, that's awesome. You can stay right here. Maybe the knees don't feel so great. So you can take your blanket and bring it underneath your knee. If you need a little extra cushion there, you can absolutely do that. If you got a belly like me, press that belly towards the inside. That's going to let that hip open up for you, okay? And then if this knee bent bothers you, it's totally okay to just go ahead and extend both those legs. You can always tuck another blanket under here if you like. Whatever works for you. You do you. This is your practice, okay? So inhale those arms up. We're going to pivot our body towards that extended leg and then fold forward. We're going to reach until we feel that nice stretch up our leg and then bring those hands down wherever they may be. They don't have to be around your feet. Let's pull those shoulders from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, lower that heart down towards your knee. That could move you a millimeter or a foot, depending on your body. From here, pull those shoulders away from your ears. Keep that back feeling nice and flat. And as you breathe, on those exhales, maybe that heart can lower down a little bit towards your knee. Maybe it can't, and that's okay. Once you feel that edge of a good stretch where you need to be today, start to let your body just relax here. Maybe bring that chin to your chest. Maybe let those shoulders round a little bit. That's all just fine. Breathe here into your leg. Bring your attention down the back of that leg. Send love through your body. One more breath in. Let it go. Start to walk those hands back, coming back up to our center. Great job. Inhale those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg. Fold and reach till you feel that nice stretch down the back of your leg. And then bring those hands down. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in. And on that exhale, let that heart lower down towards your knee. Maybe we bring that chin to our chest. Maybe we take a couple breaths here. Bring this left hand to the inside of that left ankle. And we're going to start to extend this right hand back behind us. Follow that hand with your torso. So you're turning your whole torso as you extend this arm back behind you. And then bring it up and over back towards that extended leg. Find a little side stretch here. Take a couple breaths. You can look up, you can look down. Try to press that top shoulder back a little bit so that we're not too much rounding in on ourselves, but find a little bit here. Take 2 big breaths. Stay inside your body. Keep your mind connected to that breath. Tighten those tummy muscles. Draw that body back up to center. Great job. So now we're going to go to the other side. If you put this blanket underneath your knee, you can take that out. We're going to extend this right leg out. You can either keep this knee extended or maybe bend into that left knee, whatever feels right for you. Maybe we love that blanket underneath our knee. We can tuck that blanket underneath there if we want to, or we can let gravity open it up, whatever feels right for you. Maybe we got to press our belly towards the center to kind of open up that hip mobility. Inhale those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg and fold forward. Reach till you feel that nice stretch up the back of your leg, and then bring those hands wherever they may be. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, maybe we let that heart start to lower down towards your knee. Maybe once we feel that edge of a good stretch, we can bring that chin to our chest. Take a couple breaths here. One more breath in. Let it go. Start to walk those hands back, nice and gentle, nice and easy, returning to center. Inhale those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg. Fold forward, reach till you feel that stretch up the back of your leg. Then bring them back. Bring those hands down wherever they are. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in. And on that exhale, let that heart lower down towards your knee. Find your edge. Breathe into it. And maybe we bring our right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Start to extend this left hand back behind you, pivoting your torso to follow that left hand until it extends all the way behind you. And then bring it up and over back towards that extended leg. Find a little side body stretch here. You can look up, you can look down, whatever serves your back today. Try to lean back, keeping that arm going towards behind you just to kind of prohibit that rolling feeling. Opening that up. Take a couple breaths in and out. You are such a treasure, and not because of the job you hold or what you do for other people. Just your presence on this planet is a treasure. You are loved. You are so valuable. Tighten up on those tummy muscles. Draw that body back to center. Great job. Okay, my friends, I'm going to move this blanket out from underneath my knee. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together to touch. Take some time here. Maybe press that belly back towards the middle again. Maybe butterfly those knees a little bit if that feels good. Now, these feet don't have to be all the way in towards our groin. If you have some crabby knees, you can let those feet come out a little bit more. Make adjustments for your body. It's totally fine. It totally counts as yoga. I promise you. Auntie Gretchen will never steer you wrong. So find yourself in your little cobbler pose here. Inhale those arms up. And then we're going to fold forward here, reaching until we feel that edge. And then bring those hands wherever they may be. Maybe they're around your knees, maybe they're shins, maybe your feet, maybe it's the floor in front of you. All is great. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Make that back feel nice and flat. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, let that heart lower down towards your feet. Lean into it until you feel that good stretch, the one you need to feel. Maybe it's on those inner thighs. Maybe it's on these outer thighs. Just let that heart lower and melt as you breathe in and out. Maybe you let that chin come to your chest. Maybe even let those shoulders round a little bit if that feels good to you. Take a few breaths here. Send love to those areas and give yourself what you deserve. You are worthy. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel healthy, and you deserve a healthy lifestyle. And give it to yourself today. You be your own cheerleader. You don't need everybody to cheer you on. You be your own. But I'll always be here to cheer you on. I love cheering people on. I love seeing people just step out in bravery and do the things that they want to do. It's scary out there, guys. But you can't grow if you're bound in your pot. So you have to kind of let yourself step out and challenge yourself, a little immersion therapy, if you will. So give it to yourself today. You deserve it. Bring your attention to that breath. Listen as you inhale and exhale. As we breathe, let our bodies swell and expand with every inhale. And with every exhale, maybe we can melt just a little bit more. We're going to take 2 more full breaths right here. Start to walk those hands back, nice and gentle, nice and easy. All right, my friends, we're going to move furniture now. So we're going to come down off of these blocks if you chose to sit on the blocks today. And we're going to come to a tabletop position. That's going to be hands and knees. So if you've got some crabby knees, maybe you want to use your blanket. So I kind of open up my blanket and bring it towards the back half of my mat. And that just gives you a little bit of cushion to bring your knees to them. So that's kind of helpful here. And maybe we set ourselves up for some success and bring our blocks up to the top of our mat just to kind of have them there for us. And come to your tabletop posture. That's going to be your knees right underneath your hips, your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Pull those shoulders back. Make that back feel nice and flat. Look down right in between your hands. Take a big breath in and let it go. Inhale, round that spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck that chin, tuck that tailbone, just like you're getting lifted up in a claw machine. And exhale, let that belly start to drop. Arch that back, shine that heart forward, and maybe even looking up. That's a cow pose. Inhale, round that spine, tuck that chin, tuck that tailbone. That's a cat pose. Let's do some cat and cows as we exhale, lower that tailbone. Find your flow here as you move and breathe. Make any natural movements here that may feel good. Maybe when we're in our cow pose, it might feel good to sway those hips a little from side to side. Maybe it feels good to do some body circles, kind of gently moving that spine as if it were a jump rope. That's awesome. Maybe it feels good in cat pose to let those hips sink back. Maybe dip a shoulder, dip the other shoulder. Find your own flow as you breathe slowly and deeply. Bring your attention to that spine. Kind of watch it bend and flex as you move in any natural direction. Nobody's watching, so just do what feels good for you. Big, deep, slow breathing in and out. We're going to do one more cat pose, one more cow pose. Back to that tabletop. Bring those knees nice and wide, maybe as wide as the mat, maybe even wider. Bring those big toes towards each other. Sink those hips back. Walk those hands forward. Let that heart lower down. Maybe let that forehead come down. Find a child's pose here. If this doesn't serve your knees, it's totally okay to let those hips lift up a little bit. We're going to take 2 more breaths. And gently press into those hands. We're going to just press ourselves back to that to that tabletop posture. One cat pose, one cow pose, back to that tabletop. Let's walk our hands over to the right hand side of our mat. Sink those hips down to the left. Find a little side body stretch here. One breath in, let it go. Bring those hands back to center. One cat pose, one cow pose, back to tabletop. Walk your hands over to the left hand side of our mat. Sink those hips down to the right. Full breath in, let it go. Gently press yourself up. Come back to that tabletop. One cat pose, one cow pose, back to that tabletop. All right, my friends, we are going to bring this left foot forward. So we're going to come up on our knee and bring that left foot forward, just like that. Bringing our hands to our hips, kind of line those hips up with that short edge of your mat. And we're going to allow those hips to kind of slide forward and sink down. Do a little safety check here on your knees. We want that knee to be directly over that ankle or right behind. When the knee is extended over that ankle, it kind of opens up space for injury, and we just want to love ourselves and not hurt ourselves. So if you find that knee is extending over that ankle, maybe you walk that front forward just a little bit, just until you're in your safety zone. And then bring your hands to your blocks. Press into those blocks as you sink those hips down and forward. Let that heart shine up. Relax those shoulders. Bring all your attention to that little muscle in the front of your right hip. That's our psoas muscle. And that little guy is the culprit for lots of lower back pain. So breathe right into that psoas muscle. Tell him it's okay to let go. He's an angry little guy. And then press into that front foot. Start to straighten that front leg. Let those toes lift up as those hips sink back. You can always walk these blocks a little closer to you. This knee does not have to be perfectly straight. In fact, most will benefit from a little bit of a bend there. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Take a big breath in. And on that exhale, let that heart lower down towards your knee. Find the edge of a good stretch and then maybe bring that chin to your chest. Take a breath here. And gently bend into that knee. We're just shifting our bodies back to that low lunge where we were at. We're going to give ourselves one more of those. Press into those blocks. Shine that heart forward. Inhale and exhale. And then press into those blocks. We're going to bring this left knee back to meet the right. And then we're just switching sides. We're going to bring that right foot forward. Just like that. Bring these hands to your hips. We're going to press those hips down and forward. Do our little safety check on that knee. Make sure our knee is in a safe spot here. And then press into those blocks as you sink those hips down. Shine that heart forward. Find the low lunge here. Bring your attention to that little psoas muscle right there. Breathe into it. Start to press into that front foot. Start to straighten that front leg. Let those toes lift up as those hips start to sink back. You can absolutely scoot these blocks a little closer if you like to. Pull those shoulders from your ears. Make that back feel like it's nice and flat. Big breath in. And on that exhale, let that knee, that heart lower down to that knee till you find that edge of a good stretch. Maybe then you can let that chin come to your chest. Take a couple breaths here. All right, from here, we're going to start to bend into that front knee. Just shift it forward once again, finding that low lunge. Shine that heart forward. Give that little left psoas muscle some love. And then press into those blocks and bring that right knee back to meet the left. Back to that tabletop posture. One cat pose. One cow pose. Back to tabletop. All right, my friends, we're going to move furniture again. I'm going to grab this blanket out from underneath of me, and I'm going to fold it in a way that makes me like a little pillow. And I'm going to bring that up to the top of my mat. And I'm going to come to sit down. And I'm going to grab a hold of one of my blocks. And we're going to lay back down on our backs, lowering down. Maybe those knees are bent. And look at that. We gave ourselves a little pillow here. Take a moment here and breathe. Now this next set of poses, we're going to bring this block underneath our hips. If this doesn't serve you, you can absolutely do these without the block. Some may think it's absolutely wonderful. There may be some that don't like it. So if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But we're going to press in our feet, lift those hips, grab that block, and we're going to slide it right underneath our sacrum. And you are worth the time it takes to wiggle this block around until you feel fully supported. And now we find ourselves in our supported bridge pose. Bring those arms out to a T. Maybe those palms are facing up. And being very careful to not fall off our block. Maybe it feels good to gently lean those knees from one side to another. Slow, deep breathing. Not looking to bring the knees towards the floor. Just kind of leaning them from one side to the other. Cross that right ankle over that left knee. Let that right thigh feel so heavy. You don't have to do anything else. This is the posture. But if your body's craving a little bit more, maybe we lift up on that right thigh. Maybe we reach down, hold on to that right thigh, or even that left shin, whichever feels right for you. Take a big breath in, feel that belly pressing against those thighs. And on that exhale, maybe we can draw those knees a little closer to our heart, finding a supported reclined pigeon pose here. Take a couple of breaths. It may feel good to extend that left leg towards the ceiling if you want to. Maybe roll out that ankle. Maybe you keep that knee bent and press that knee into that right ankle. Feel what you need to feel today. And then lower down on that left knee, lower down on that right foot. Let those knees just sway a little from side to side. And then, my friends, we're just going to go to the other side. Cross that left ankle over that right knee. Let that left thigh feel so heavy. You don't have to do anything else. This is it. This is the posture. You can lay here just like this. But if your body's craving more, maybe we lift up on that right leg. You can reach down, hold on to that right thigh or even that left shin. Take a big breath in, and on that exhale, bring those knees a little closer. Maybe we want to extend that left or that right foot up towards the ceiling if you like. Maybe roll out that ankle. Find what feels good for you. Take a couple breaths here. Lower down on that right foot. Lower down on that left foot. Bring those arms out to a T. Let those palms face the ceiling. Maybe walk those feet as wide as the mat. It may feel great to let those legs just extend if that feels good. Maybe the bent knees is what you need today. Close your eyes. Come back to that breath. Start to visualize a beautiful warm light just surrounding your whole body. And as you inhale, you bring in some of that beautiful warm light and draw it into your body. And as you exhale, some of the darkness in your body comes out, making room for more light. For every inhale, draw in a little bit more light. And for every exhale, release a little more old darkness. Let that stuff go until eventually your body is just full of the most beautiful, warm light that you have ever experienced. Soak it in. Visualize that warm light absorbing into your every being, into all of your cells in your body, into every muscle, every bone, every tendon, every ligament. Just absorb that light. I deserve love. I deserve happiness. I call back my power. Big breath in. Let it go. We're going to breathe here for just a few moments. Maybe it feels good to gently let those legs lean a little bit from side to side. Maybe stillness is your bag. That's okay too. We just want to feel whatever it is we're feeling. Focus on that breath as you inhale and exhale. Unclench your jaw. Soften that space in between your eyebrows. Three more full deep breaths in and out. You straighten those legs, you can bend those knees. Press into those feet, lift up on those hips, grab that block, pull it out from underneath of you, and let that spine round down towards the floor. Maybe we bring those feet as wide as the mat. Maybe we let those knees lean in towards each other. Maybe we let those legs extend all the way out. Find what feels right for you. Take up space here. Maybe bring those arms out to a T. Maybe those palms are facing up. You're allowed to exist. Take up space. Take up all of the space. Visualize yourself in a place that makes you feel so comfortable. It doesn't have to be a real place. It could be an imaginary place. Do you have it in your mind? Plant yourself in that place. Look around that space. What does it look like? Find a place where you feel nice and comfortable in that space. Settle in. You look down by your side. There's a little basket full of little balls of light that kind of look like dandelion puffs. Those little balls of light are old energy ready to be released. Pick one up and let it go. Watch it float off into the stratosphere until it disappears. Pick another one up. Let it go. Watch it float away. And keep picking up these little balls of light, these little dandelion puffs, one by one, until you have no little dandelion puffs left. And once you let go of those dandelion puffs, breathe in your space. You are whole. Start to bend into those knees. Roll yourself over onto one side. Find yourself in a little fetal posture. Cuddle up with yourself. And when you're ready, and as you're ready, slowly start to press yourself up. Join me once again in your easiest version of a seat, whatever feels right for you. Take some deep, slow breaths. As you inhale, extend the crown of your head towards the ceiling. As you exhale, let those shoulders drop. Maybe bring these hands to prayer at your heart center. Maybe press those thumbs right up against your heart. Fully connect to yourself. And as we give honor to the beautiful culture that gave us yoga, we recite, "The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you." Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for tonight's somatic yoga class, aka Lay on the Floor with Gretchen. I hope you really enjoyed it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and maybe add into the comments anything that you really liked about it. What was your favorite part? I love to hear from you guys. I love to curate stretches based on the needs of the people who like to watch my videos. So let me know what you need and I will create a stretch for you. Be sure you're subscribed to my channel and share me with a friend. If you know somebody who's a little bit of afraid to try yoga or just wants to kind of dabble a toe in the privacy of their own home, send them my channel. Let them know that this is a safe space for you to kind of explore your body. I definitely encourage you to get out and try yoga in your local yoga studio. I'd like to thank A Little Twisted Yoga in Palmetto, Florida for giving me this beautiful space so that I can help you be comfortable at home. And until next time, take care of each other. Bye-bye.